We are absolutely thrilled to be considered among the top states in the country for their education reform plans, but we're also very aware that all we've done so far is make it through the first cut. The next step is that we will go to Washington and we'll find out the details of how that will happen in a conference call tomorrow. But we will present our proposal to the panel that scored our proposal in with some other states, and then it will be mid-April when we find out about the winners of Phase 1. So we are very happy to be in this position. Colorado was the only state west of the Mississippi to be selected for Phase 1. We don't know what that means, but we will take it. And I think what we feel very proud about is we've from the beginning built on the 3 years of reform work that this administration and the State Board of Education have been working on, and it is really a plan that's good for Colorado. And we think that we're one of the states that really has the highest likelihood of successfully implementing our plan because of the broad public input process that we had. So every stakeholder who's going to be affected by this, parents, teachers, students, principals, school board members, had a voice in how we put this proposal together. And if what's right for Colorado ends up being right in the eyes of Washington, that will be a huge win-win. But we're going forward no matter what, because this is a proposal that really builds on solid work and has buy-in for going forward. So Commissioner Jones and I are obviously happy to be in the top tier of states that are working, but the next step is we have to reread this proposal several times. As you can see, I have my tabs already, because this is what we will be presenting when we go back there. We are also announcing today that the Council on Teacher Effectiveness has been appointed, and they will meet on March 11th, I believe is the day. So no matter what happens with the Race to the Top proposal, we are committed to thoroughly modernizing and streamlining our teacher and principal effectiveness and evaluation system, and that council will begin doing its work. And we expect that that will be a strong point for us when we explain our proposal in Washington. But no matter what, it's the work that we're going to be doing. In terms of the council, when they have developed an evaluation system, they'll make recommendations to the governor, the State Board of Education, the General Assembly, and the idea will be to figure out what we need to change in rules, regulations, or state policy to have this much more meaningful and diagnostic evaluation system than we've ever had in the state before. And that information is going to be tied to compensation, promotion, retention and removal, as well as the criteria for earning and retaining non-probationary status, which is the legal term for tenure. So we think that we're going to have a very finely tuned performance management system in our districts in a way that we never had before, no matter what. But if we can win Race to the Top and have the funds to have a statewide data system and statewide tools for teachers, it'll just put us in a place that we can only hope we can get to. So we are cautiously optimistic. We are proud to be the only state west of the Mississippi and one of 15 states in the District of Columbia. And now the hard work of explaining our proposal in detail will begin.
First of all, it's a difficult and competitive process, as all of the other states would absolutely attest to. And it was the governor's leadership that ultimately said we ought to approach this in a collaborative way, and I think that's the right approach. And then the leadership of the lieutenant governor to actually carry that out has made a tremendous difference in our, I think, position that we are in today. Second, I think it's important to thank the legislature. What we have said in our application from day one is that it supports and speeds up the reform efforts that are already in place in this state. Finally, I think it's most important that we say, what does this actually mean? Ultimately, the Race to the Top application is about kids. Getting better results for kids. Narrowing and eliminating the achievement gap, increasing achievement for all kids. Ultimately, that's what we're trying to accomplish. Seems just right based on how Colorado has boldly said we want to turn around our lowest performing schools. How we have boldly put in place the growth model and school view to allow us to look at growth rather than just status achievement. And the fact that we are building our whole accreditation system on that growth sends a right signal, in my opinion, to Washington that we have been doing the right work. And I think they are equally right to place a bet on that work, because if indeed they are sincere that this is about getting better results for all kids, eliminating that achievement gap, then I think we're well positioned to do that work and to demonstrate that it can be done. So we're proud to be here today. We know we still have a lot of work to do, but I'm very optimistic that our plan is bold and ambitious and sets in place an opportunity for us to get the work done. And so today, no matter what the outcome of the competition, we still plan to continue with Colorado reforms, because they're the right reforms for the people that we serve, and especially the children that we serve in this state. Thank you very much.